Alright, good morning, welcome in. Show all messages. Get this down here. Let's see if this actually goes out to everybody or not. Hi, buddy. I needed your tail in my face. Please get down right. On out there today, everybody. I'm wanting to talk to me. Another door swung wide. I chose the hand I held first, and I stayed there by her side. Then the ache came crawling in, like winter in my bones. My back bent under morning, my joints. We'll break up the kittens. Will that work? Welcome in, how are you? Before they counted me in, I'm still hers. How you doing? Say good morning, please. I'll talk to you. Even when the body folds. I got the cats out here with me this morning. This is Babe. We're gonna be naming these guys here shortly, so if that's something you're interested in. Thing where, for a fundraiser for the foundation, we might do a thing where you can donate $1 and put a name in for consideration. And then we can, we'll do a vote on the names later on once we have them all picked, you know, once all the donations and stuff are done. So, what do you think? You like that idea? Don't like that idea? I'm actually awake this morning, which is good. Yesterday was rough. Piece of wood. Then he shut the little gate and called that lonely good. I'm still hers, still hers, still hers, still hers. Even when the body holds, even when the heart grows cold, I'm still hers. Love left me at the door, and I don't live there anymore. But I remember the young man with fire in his chest. He loved like he was fearless. He tried his very best. He lays his hope down gently. What's going on this morning? Anything fun, exciting? What are you all up to? Hopefully you're all doing well. I know it's been a while since we've done some of these. Good morning, Penelope. How are you? Welcome in. Where are you from, if I may ask? Yeah, I'm not sure you're old enough to be in here. Just saying. So, have a good day. It started there, a crooked voice in the serpent ear. Did God really say the poison? So, in the dark, a counterfeit flame. Same old liar, new old game. Do not consult the dead. Do not chase the shade. When the proud king whispers, the take care. Appreciate you stopping in. Don't bow down, don't be undone. Serpent tongue, liar tongue. It sounds like truth, but it's poison and mud. Serpent tongue, liar tongue. He dresses fraud like holy blood. Serpent tongue, liar tongue. Break that spell. Rise up. Phantom word, a witch on the edge and a voice unheard, but the kingdom cracked like a shattered jaw when fear wore face. Let's flip this around, let you guys watch the kittens for a little bit. Through a seance room, rattle the chain in a candle's gloom. Promise the lost that the lost can speak, then laugh as the strong grow weak. Test every spirit, test every sign. If it bends from scripture, it's serpentine. Serpent tongue, liar tongue. Don't bow down, don't be undone. Serpent tongue, liar tongue. It sounds like truth, but it's poison and mud. Serpent tongue, liar tongue. He dresses fraud like holy blood. Serpent tongue, liar tongue. Break that spell. Rise up. Good morning, welcome in. How are you? If you don't mind, let me know where you're from. Say hi. Let's have a discussion on some things if you want to. As long as it doesn't go against Silver NSG. Welcome in. How's your day going? What's everybody up to this morning? I'm out with the kittens, just chilling out, playing some music, and hanging out with you all. She parked by the school with a lunchbox lid, same old jeans and a brave little grin. Everybody sees the shine in her eyes. Nothing says what she keeps inside. She's carried more than most folks know. Still she bends, but she won't let go. For those small hands, she'll stand up tall. What is with all the kids coming in this morning? We might have to push this back a little bit to when kids are in school. Tells him true, baby, in the skies for you. She knows the road can twist. These are all within a week of each other, 2 weeks of each other, and they will be about 2.5 months, almost 3 months. Good morning, Joshua. How are you? No, they're not for sale, May, but they'll go to good homes. 24 cats in your room, guard. I think we're up to about 60 right now because we can't get help getting them fixed. Good morning. That's about what mine is right now. We go through about 80 to 120 pounds of food a week. And we get it for $30 a bag from the local Agway store, thankfully. And, well, supposed to be places around here that do trap, neuter, release for free. But their excuse is that because I can handle them, because as soon as the kittens are old enough, I make sure that they're trained. I pick them up, I hold them, I make sure they're used to being held. They're already litter trained and all that stuff. So because of that, they tell me that they're my pets and that I can't do anything with them. They can't do anything. Yeah, if I could get cat food for the same price that as Chewy as Agway, I'd use them. But the other thing is every 13th bag that you get at Agway is free, so that makes a big difference too. I mean you buy 12 bags, but yeah, that one bag of free is still a big deal. No, I wouldn't waste my money on 18-pound bags. We get 40-pound bags for $30. Yeah, no, I go to Agway. If you have a local Agway, I'd go there and talk to them. And if you really want to be nice, you could always find, if you're able to, I'm not, saying you could. You're in Florida? Alright, well, give me a second and I'll look and see if I can find one close to you. So, what else are you interested in, Joshua? Are you, do you like music? Do you like movies? You're enjoying the kittens? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the kittens. They're fun. You play video games? So, I actually am a mental health advocate, and I'm a veterans advocate as well. That's mostly what we do on here. I'm sorry to hear that, bud. I understand how that feels. I was immobile at one point myself due to a severe degenerative disc and joint disease that I have. I'll be 50 next month, and I've already had 23 surgeries in the last 10 years. I've had both knees, both hips replaced. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, sorry that you were hit by a car, bud. Yeah, no, I get it. I don't know if I have a picture on here. I think I can do a green screen thing on here. Green screen, right it is. Let me see if it'll let me pull up. I have a picture of myself on here from when I was at my worst. Well, miracles happen every day, my friend, and you are apparently a miracle. So, that's something to be proud of. Alright, here we go. That's me at my worst. Well, good morning, Miss Jessica. How are you doing today? I was right around 40, 41 at that point, Joshua. I was 450 pounds, and I could barely move. So, yep. But we're glad that you're here, bud. How are you this morning, Jessica? You having a good morning? How is Mr. Bear and the kids doing? Yeah, I'd definitely hold on to the medical report. That happened to me. Yeah. So, I have a friend of mine that I grew up with. Same situation as you. He was riding bike. Somebody hit him, threw him up into the windshield, up over, and then to this day, he's in his 40s and he has no recollection of anything that happened. Good, trying to get the kids off to school. Back to my waking up at 5 a.m. schedule. Well, I mean, I can wake you up and make sure you're up if you want. I'm always up at that time. I mean, I get it, Josh. That's a long... Do you mind if I call you Josh? I should ask that first. I'm sorry. But yeah, when you're in such a traumatic event like that, a lot of times they'll actually put you into an induced coma just because of the pain. You okay? Well, Josh, my name is Chris. They call me Sasquatch. Um, and we get on here and we talk. That's what we do. Um, I've been talking this whole time. I didn't set up the next song. It's okay. I got one here. Here we go. Let's do this one. You are very right, Josh. The brain does control so much. We left the book on the shelf. Joshua, that statement hits home. It hits home. I have a 27-year-old daughter who will never function higher than at highest a 16-year-old mentality. Her mom, when she was little, threw her against the wall and actually shifted her brain. The right front lobe is pulled away from the front part of the cranium, and the left front lobe is actually pushed up against the cranium on the left side. That's awesome, Joshua. That's amazing, bud. So you have a violent alarm, huh? Is it one of those ones that does like the air raid siren and has the flashing lights and... Alright, Jessica, have a great day. Tell Bear and everybody we said hi. Love y'all. Be safe. If you need me, call me. You know where I'm at. I have a somewhat functioning brain, Joshua, and I can't write Hebrew either, so don't be too hard on yourself there, okay, bud? Thank you for the like, whoever dropped it, I appreciate it. I get that. So, can I ask Joshua, are you a Christian? Are you Judea? Do you believe in God? I'm guessing you do, but I don't want to make that assumption. I would much rather ask you straight out. Messianic Jews? Okay. Well, I'm glad to have you here. I am a Christian. I will be honest with you up front that. But I'm not one of those who's going to beat you upside the head with the Bible and say that you have to convert to hang out with me. That's not how we are here. We have... So hold, yep. Okay. I understand. So, we actually have a friend in outside of Toronto. Her name is Ruth, and she's also Jewish, and we've had some good conversations on here, with her talking about the difference in the religions and the different traditions and stuff. So you prefer to be like Yeshua? Okay. This past Christmas, I was blessed enough to get to take part in the menorah, um, the menorah ceremony with some friends that are Jewish. I don't like religion either. I'll be honest with you. But you're right. Um, so I also have another channel that's a faith channel for Christianity, right? And somebody came in on this past Sunday, and the first question they asked was, "What's your denomination?" Let me flip my camera around so you can see me for a minute. Okay. Hi, nice to meet you. Let me get the whole beard out here because if I don't have it out, everybody freaks out thinking I cut it off. Okay. So, um, the first question that I was asked was, "What denomination are you?" And I proceeded to explain to them that I don't have a denomination. If you go through and you read through each denomination and what their tenets are, what they believe in, what they don't believe in, they all twist the scriptures to fit the way of life that they want to live and still think that they are going to go to heaven. You understand what I'm saying? Oh yes, the father of confusion is Satan. And how many people now don't remember that Satan is the one that's in charge on earth right now, according to the New Testament. Um, but Satan is supposed to be the one who is tempting everybody to not go to heaven, right? Um, but yeah, so I explained to her that we are non-denominational. We read the Bible and we talk about it. That's what we do. Sometimes it's out of the Old Testament, sometimes it's out of the New Testament. Sometimes you know, sometimes we go through different parts of the Bible, depending on what we're talking about. Right now we are doing. Give me 1 second. I gotta go look. I forget. On Sunday mornings, we're actually doing a series right now on talking to spirits, talking to the dead, the occult, necromancy, right? And we're going through the different scriptures that talk about, you know, how God placed restrictions on that, right? Oh, nice. I'm pretty sure you got pretty in depth on that then, if you went for 6 months. But we also do a Wednesday night um, Bible study as well. And the Wednesday night one that we're doing is greed and lusting for worldly things. That's what we're working on Wednesdays. Last Sunday we did a thing on the cost of following Christ, which wouldn't really pertain too much to you guys because you don't believe that he is the Messiah. So, now the Wednesday before that, not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, 2 weeks ago, we did God's design for relationships and marriage. Thank you, sir. I have to brush out my hair, but when my hair is down, it is down to about here. So I'm pretty sure I could get those curls going. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second. I got a phone call. Can you hear me now? Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, my mom had called. She's somewhere where she needs a chair, and apparently somebody got in their van and took her chair out, and she thought maybe I had something to do with it. But yeah, let me scroll back up here to get back to where we are. Messianic Jews believe in Yeshua. Okay. Yep. So, yeah, I'm speaking to you from very limited knowledge on Judaism. I do try to learn, especially from people who practice. I find that's the best way to learn, right? But I need to do better about it. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning. How are you? Please say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're coming from. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. We're talking Hosea now, if I'm remembering correctly. I think you're talking about the olive tree that Hosea was talking about. Might be wrong. Romans 8:1. Happy Pride Month, huh? That's the best you got. Get the heck out of here, man. If you're gonna be a troll, you gotta come up with a hell of a lot better than that, dude. Romans 8:1. Let's go look. Therefore, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus, because through Christ Jesus, the law of the Spirit who gives life has set you free from the law of sin and death. What's the issue? I don't have an issue. You want to celebrate Pride, you go ahead and do it. That's up to you. I will remain humble and not be prideful because that's not good. Well, it certainly seemed like you were trying to be a troll. You come in here saying that first thing. Let's go check out your... You said Happy Pride Month. Really? You think that's an acceptable way to start a conversation? Somebody needs to work with you on your peopling skills. Dude, I'll sit here with 0 viewers and still hold my values. That's the difference between me and other people. I actually hold up to my own standards, unlike people who sell themselves out just to get viewers. So, just saying. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we can let that play. Dude, have a nice day. See ya. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. So, if I'm reading this right, it is Ga'av. Some people have nothing better to do. Probably a 12-year-old that's not even supposed to be in here anyway. I gotta mirror myself here. Hold on. I got it off of Chat GPT. Where's the mirror function at? Well, actually, I'll just do it this way. I don't like muting people, but if you're gonna be that much of an a-hole, you don't need to be here. There, can you see that there? There's a lot of people out there that think that AI is what leads to the Antichrist. I don't think it is. AI is just another tool. It can be used for good or bad depending on what you want to do with it. You know what I mean? Well, then it's fitting for what they use it for. I challenge most people to do the schedule that I do and not, um, you know, and think that they're going to keep up with every little thing in their life. It just doesn't happen. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have friends who are of that persuasion, and they don't act like that. Unless we're carrying on. White and orange one, yeah. Yeah, it's a cute one. Do you see the orange one over here on the right? That's nursing. Give me a second, we'll go and we'll go feed the cats. Well, I understand that, bud. And you know how I understand that? Because I really don't have that many friends anymore either. Um, it's this really amazing phenomenon of where you become disabled and everybody runs the hell away. Right? Yeah, well, and that's the thing. The Bible tells us, right, that as we learn the truth, sorry, I'm plugging up, I'm plugging in my stuff so I don't lose you here. Oh yeah, I agree with you on that one. I went from having hundreds of people wanting to be around me to I can count on two hands the people who want to be around me now. So, but you know what? Um, God has a reason for everything that He does, even if we don't realize it in the time, right? So, I have been called to a different calling, right? I have been called to work with veterans and work with people who have mental issues, mental health issues. And I am a completely different person than what I was 10 years ago. I'm a completely different person than I was 3 years ago. If you go back on this channel, you can watch the transformation. When we first started this, every other word out of my mouth was the F word. Now, the only time that word comes out of my mouth is when I am very, very upset we'll say. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hear that more and more every single day from different people. Right, we're gonna pause this because we're gonna head out. We're gonna go take care of the kitties. We're gonna go feed them, get them something to drink. Have a quick look around. They sent him home too early after they gave him surgery for pancreatic cancer. I am very sorry to hear that. That saddens me, but it does not surprise me. It shows we have two people in here, but nobody else is chit-chatting with us. Now you can see that other orange one I was talking to you about there. 25 years in the Navy. Wow. So we let some of this grow up a little bit for the kittens. We have predator birds out here, and they will, without any hesitation, they will come down and pick off the babies. What are you after? Come on, guys. This is my boy, Babe. Yes, hi, Babe. That's Boo. I don't know what your name is. I think that's Snickers or something. Willow. Shadow. This is Valkyrie. Oh, okay, yeah. This is one of my Maine Coons here. This is Wednesday. And down there is Tailless. He got his tail stuck in something and it fell off, but he's okay. His name is Casper. We had to get him fresh water. We had a bad storm the other day. So we're gonna go this way here. I'm gonna get cat food out a while. Your sister was a vet tech? Nice. Okay, you guys can't be up here. I need to get in here. Come on, down you go. Don't you yell at me. No, I know better. Back up Wednesday. Back up Wednesday. Down my blue. Wednesday here. I'll go in here. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are. There's another orange and white one for you. That one's Ginger. But I have a lot of friends who are in the animal control arena, be it vets or vet techs or working with nonprofits. That's why I'm like so perturbed that we have this much trouble getting the help that we need.
You can't tell that they're related, huh? Oh yeah, no, there's no mice, there's no more chipmunks, there's no squirrels, there are no snakes, there are no birds. Well, there's birds, but they don't stay for long. This one's pretty. She's got beautiful markings. And then we have the triplets. I don't know where the third one is, but these black cats here are triplets. There's a third one to them. There's one of the babies. Oh my goodness, she is so beautiful. Can you see her face? She's got that stripe right down the face. She's absolutely gorgeous. Look at buddy. But when you have this large of a cat population, you have to feed in different areas, because if not, they will they'll fight with each other. That gray one's beautiful too. I don't know if you can really see it too well. Yep, we have possums, we have raccoons. Over there's a gray and white kitten. There's a tangerine, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I have no problems with picking up a possum, hanging onto it. They'll hiss at you, but did I pin that by accident? I guess I did. Alright, we're gonna turn this off for 1 second here. I'm still here, but we're taking a little trip. Oh, hi little one. Yep. Well, possums also eat. They're scavengers too. They go after animals that need disposed of, we'll say. There we go. Now we'll turn it back on. So I'm outside of a small town called Mannheim, Pennsylvania. I am in the middle of nowhere. I'm 6 miles from the closest town. Huh. Alrighty, that's good. Our dead oak tree that needs to come down. I have to be very careful, because if I go towards the road and they follow me, they will run out into the road. So we're going to do an experiment here coming up too. Do you see this? These are what they call Indian ink berries. And we're going to actually smash some of these up once they're all ripe, and then we're going to dye shirts. And then we're going to send the shirts to somebody, I think. Somebody's yelling at me. I just heard them. I might regret this, but we're going to step out here for a minute. That was my first job, was working on that. Raccoons look like little thieves, yeah. They look like little bandits with their little robber mask eyes. But that farm's where I had my first job at, working 14 years old. hay and straw bales and shoveling shit all morning, all day, you know? Welcome in, Flex. How are you? Well, good to have you here. What's going on? You having a good day? We'll head over this way and show you the mountains. Because I'm at the top of the Appalachian Mountains up here where I'm at. You're from Syria? Well, hopefully things are good over in Syria. Oh, nice. You worked with the guy from the upholstered furniture. We used to have a big upholstery guy here in Mannheim. Went by Gibble Upholstery, and they did a lot of good work. And if somebody needed their car seats redone and stuff, they would go to them. Right? I had an ex that came up here to meet me, and she picked me up, and we were driving around, and she said, "Man, there's a lot of cornfields out there." She said, "Isn't this how most horror stories start?" She said, "Are you gonna bury me in a cornfield and take my car?" And we have Amish neighbors. Okay, you want to see something funny? I'm gonna call my herd. Well, I might be able to. I didn't call you yet. You're not supposed to come running. Kitty, 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 kitties. Boing. Kitty, 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 kitties. Come on. Oh my, that's funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny. Oh, I missed them running past me here. Up the tree they go. I have never had cats that love being in trees as much as these guys do. Oh, there's that one with the stripe down his face again. Why do you run from me? I don't do anything to you. Well, thank you for the likes. Thanks for hanging out. So the main purpose of my channel is to raise awareness for veterans and what they go through. Our veterans are not taken care of very well. Well, some of our veterans are not taken care of very well, because I know other veterans who are very well taken care of. They are very satisfied with the treatment that they get from the VA. And it's pretty much hit or miss, I guess. Good morning, Miss Jessica. How are you this morning? Hold on, I gotta go find Yoda now, because I know that's the first question Jessica's gonna ask me is, how is Yoda? Yoda was just over here, I believe. Yoda. Kitty, 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 kitty. You're going the wrong direction. You're going the wrong. They went the wrong way. But Yoda's fine. Just waking up, yeah. Key. Come here, baby. My mouth is starting to get dry, so I'm going to have to go get a drink here in a minute. Yoda's going to play in the trees, apparently. So. The government doesn't do good at running anything, if we're being honest with it. I mean, that's why we're trillions of dollars in debt, because they do crazy stuff to with our money, and it doesn't go where it's supposed to 90% of the time. And hi, baby. Hi, baby. I have a friend who waited 2 years to get a cancer test done up in Canada, and by the time they actually did the test, it was all through their body, and there was nothing else they could do for her. That kind of pisses me off. Yeah, that's funny. Your eye is stuck shut, honey. Why is your eye stuck shut? You know what I forgot to do? I didn't get them water. I'll do that here in a little bit. I'm almost done. We're almost ready to hop off here for the day. I mean, technically, you still could. If it hadn't been caught and. Are you getting a cold in your eye? Huh? You're getting a cold in your eye. Let's work it around a little bit, see if we can get it to open up. Let's get it to open up. This little baby's getting a cold in one of its eyes. We'll get it open though. We'll get it open. But yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Kindness doesn't cost us anything, right? We can be kind to each other, but being kind to each other does not mean that we let people rip us off, or that we let people come over here that just don't vibe with us. They don't have the same values as us. We are destroying our country and our identity in the world. That's the way I look at it anyway. So, but I mean, well, depending on who you talk to, all of it. Because most of us who are staunch against taxes believe that taxation is theft and that we shouldn't be taxed at all. You know what I mean? But therein lies the problem that if we know none of us are taxed, then how do you pay for the social programs? Well, no, I agree with you. I agree.
Um, if you were a business, could you get away with going trillions of dollars in debt before you had to liquidate yourself? The government is a business, whether they want to apply it to themselves or not. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying there, Joshua. I'm a big history person, so yeah. You tell him, say, okay, I'm getting down now. I'm going to go play. Have a great day. Tell him. Say, bye. Okay. Now, is this the one that Jessica likes the most? Jessica, are you still here? Ta-da! It's your buddy. Yes. Hi. Hi. Good morning. This one definitely has Maine Coon in her. Or him. What did I say you were? I think you're the girl. I think this one I said was the girl, right? The other one's over there is the boy. But my luck, I'm probably wrong on both of them, and they'll both drop balls at some point. You know, we've been down that road before. What are you looking at? Um, so let's have a conversation about that. Unfortunately, the American-made thing can fit certain things, right? Um, but here's the problem. If you buy any kind of concrete block in the United States, right? 95% um, of block and concrete and roadwork stuff is owned by Oldcastle Incorporated, which is based out of Ireland. It's a multi-trillion-dollar corporation. I know this because I used to work in the block industry, and they bought us out and fired me because they're self how do I put this? They're self insured. Let them get older and choose their gender. That's funny. That's what happened with Kayla. They told her that her cat was a girl. Turned out it was a boy. Oh my. Surprise! Um, that's funny. So, but yeah, there are so many corporations that we think are still American owned that are not. Um, there are so many corporations who have bought out, like Unilever. Look at Unilever. They own Soft Soap. They own Gillette. Or not Gillette. They own Brute. They own Old Spice. Why are you climbing my leg, you little turd? Alright, here's another one. Here's another one that wants to say good morning. No, I don't. I went down. Can you please stop climbing my leg? I don't have pants on and it hurts. What are you? What are you? Oh, move that tail so I can see.
You are going to be a little boy. You're a little boy, I think. Yeah. Probably. They own Ben and Jerry's, which is hilarious because Ben and Jerry's is now trying to find somebody else to buy it back for them, because Ben and Jerry's is mad that they can't put the political stuff on their boxes or their containers that they want to put on it. Um, don't know if you saw that or not, but they own Glade, the candles and stuff. Um, Beckett Renkisser owns um, the French's mustard, Cattleman's um, Cattleman's barbecue sauce, Frank's Red Hot sauce, Lysol. Um, who else do they own? They own a whole bunch of different things, right? Um, and the amount that they waste. Let me explain this to you, okay? One of my last jobs before I became disabled was working at a waste plant, getting rid of stuff. And so here's the thing, right? Beckett Renkisser used to donate everything that they had that was 6 months or had 6 months shelf life or longer. When it came to the fourth quarter, they would just get rid of everything in stock that was 6 months and older, 6 months and less on the shelf life, and they would donate it to shelters and homes and stuff like that. Well, now they don't. They take it in to be destroyed. And when I say destroyed, I mean they put it through a giant shredder that mixes it up and turns it into one big giant glob of slop in a pit that gets mixed up with diaper material and sawdust and whatever else they can find, right? And so I asked one day, I'm like, why isn't any of this getting donated to a local charity or a local um, halfway house or shelter, And they're like, well, we tried to do that, but they didn't pay attention to the dates. And it was a couple of weeks after we had donated, and it had run out like that week. And apparently somebody got sick at the shelter and sued Beckett Renkisser, even though Beckett Renkisser didn't do it. It was the shelter that made him sick. And pretty sure that it was quite a mess. So now they don't donate at all. I will tell you this: I will never donate to Catholic charities again. Catholic Charities sent us 4 pallets, stacked to where they were taller than I was, and I was 6'4" back then. Okay. And in these boxes were brand new washcloths, soap, toothbrushes, toothpaste, stuffed animals, all these hygiene things for the homeless, stuffed animals for homeless kids. Hundreds of them in these boxes. And you know what I found out? You know what I found out? They have them come in to be destroyed so that way they can buy more so that they keep their budget. Why are we condoning waste just to keep a budget? My ex went to intern for Catholic Charities in Florida, you know. Okay, well then, yeah, you definitely know then. Um, my grandfather, who was a lifelong Catholic, had no idea until I told him. And it changed his outlook. He uh, he had soured on the Catholic. He had soured on the Catholic Church at the end. Um, but yeah, um, I definitely missed him. Miss him, man. We uh, we lost my grandfather 2 months ago, and kind of stings a little bit. He was my last remaining grandparent. So you never met your family at all. I'm sorry for that, but there might be a blessing in that. I'm not saying anything bad. Um, just God does things for reasons. There is never anything that happens in our lives that is left to chance. Does that make sense? Are you sure we're not related, Joshua? Are you sure? My sperm donor um, chose drugs over his family. Yeah. Um, so I get it. 8 children, 4 boys, 4 girls. No, as far as I know, I'm the only child he had. But who knows with him? Miss Jessica, do you have any plans for today? Well, that's good. I hope that you and her get along. Oh, she was the nurse in the ICU. Well, that's a really interesting way to meet your sister. You know it. I get it. Not sure I understand it, but I get it. They let my cousin take care of me when I had surgery. But I mean, maybe that's different because it's not direct family, I guess. So, and of course, any music that you heard this morning, you can ask me for it and I will send it to you. No plans. Making coffee. There's hot coffee in the kitchen, Jessica, if you want some. Same for you, Joshua. If you want some coffee, help yourself. I know I'm being silly, guys. That's awesome. It looks really good. You're doing a good job on it, Jessica. So, do you have any questions for me? Is there anything you'd like to ask me? Besides, am I going to brush my hair? Which I will brush my hair here in a little bit. Um, you missed the wannabe troll earlier, Jessica. He was not a very good troll. And then when he got called out for being a troll, he tried to play it off that he wasn't being a troll. So it was pretty funny. I told him that he's not smart enough to be a troll. He should find another line of work. Come here, you. Get over here. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I tried to get the kitten and I got Mommy instead. Am I a mountain man? And where is my axe? Well, my axe actually is over by the tree where I do my fireside chats. And I need to get a new handle for it. So right now it's basically just a chisel that I use. The tree I need to cut down. Well, I mean, the oak tree out front does need to come down. Where do you think you're going, huh? Here's another one of the babies. Here's another one of the babies. Nope, my nickname's already picked, bud. I'm Sasquatch. My veterans picked my nickname. And as you can see over here, well, I've cut up many a tree, but unfortunately I'm not allowed to do that anymore. You know, we had talked earlier about being disabled. Even though I lost weight and I can move around a little bit better, I'm still not able to do everything I'd like to do. Now, fight the guy. Yeah, if he's messing with one of my people, yeah, I'd fight him. Yep, I'd go toe to toe with somebody from my people. I don't care. Wouldn't be the first time I took an ass whooping, and won't be the last, I'm sure. Jessica has spoken. Oh my. If I changed my name now, she'd be upset with me because she just put my my emoji and her name on TikTok, so. Right? Rocky 4. I thought it was Rocky 5. I can look it up here. Oh, you're right. 4. 1985. You got it. I still have to be careful. No, you're right. It is Rocky 4. It was released in 1985. I was 8 years old when it was released. Oh
yeah, that could be interesting. I like to see some of the ways they made the older movies. Um, because they didn't have all this special effects that they have now and CGI and AI. They actually had to work to make a movie. Do you mean I have to be careful with what exercises I do, or I have to be careful about getting my ass whooped? Which one, Jessica? I'm sorry. I need clarity, please. Sylvester Stallone got screwed in that whole deal. Um, Rocky was actually his idea, his movies that he came up with, and um, he wanted it done, made so badly that he signed horrible, horrible contracts. Um, just contracts that, by today's standards, they would not get away with. You know. Um, Now I believe that they finally did give him the rights back to it, but it was definitely a fight to get it done. I never really got into Sling Blade very much. Ow, please stop. Don't start a fight and then think you're going to come running to me to save you from the other ones. Ow. Go play. I'll whoop you. I'm going to whoop you. What are you doing? The gray and white one with the stripe down its face keeps trying to climb up my leg. And then it just face planted into my phone stand. You guys got me bleeding again already today. What the heck? Oh, yeah, you talking about on the Stern? There's a man who's irrelevant today, huh? Stern? She knows you're here? You want to come back up and say hi to Jessica? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? You want to come back up and say hi? Well, Billy Bob Thornton and Woody Harrelson and a bunch of other people are actually pushing to start making movies in Texas instead of California. I don't know if you saw that or not. There we go. You went up here, so now you gotta say hi to Jessica. And now you're gonna try and climb me again. Son of a... Little one. That is skin. I am not a tree. That hurts, buddy. Come on now. You're gonna make me start spraying you to keep you from doing that. And I don't want to do that. So please go play. Oh, that's it. Chase her out the door. But yeah, they're Wall Street. Yeah, I saw that too. Wall Street is talking about moving to Texas. They don't want to be in New York City with a socialist mayor. But they're going to go down to Texas. They're going to vote for the same policies that led to what's going on in New York right now. And they're going to, in 10 years, they're going to be like, well, why is this place just like where I left at? You know?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, bud. I agree. I've definitely seen videos of some of the crazy shit going on down there. So yeah, I am very on top of political things. I have to be, um, because I have to know what's going on. You know, I have to know where things are heading. I need to know what I need to do to help my veterans. Because I actually do. I run a veterans nonprofit, right? So I have to know what's going on in places where there's homeless veterans or places where veterans might need help. Um, but oh, it got by me. I wanted to grab that little orange one. I think that you should not be allowed to vote for 3 years after you move to a new state. That's what I believe. I believe you need to live there and get to know people and see what's going on before you can make cast your first vote. Message your senators and House members and tell them that we want it changed. It would never happen, no, unfortunately. Our senators and our most people in our government are corrupt. Get that out of your mouth. Ay, ay, ay. I forgot to plug up when we came in. Well, yeah, I'd have no problem with making people prove that they know what they're talking about before they vote, because emotional voting is bad for our country. People who listen to the narrative and don't actually research things and have no idea what's going on. Um, I don't want to take their vote away, but I wish they would be more informed. Uh, well, there's a lot of people saying that these days. I hear it a lot. I do. Um, back in the day, only certain people were allowed to vote because only certain people had a stake in it. Up until the 19th century, who went to war? Men. But even poor men were not allowed to vote until 1930s, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly when they did it, but well, let's not generalize all them, because there are some smart women out there who do their research and actually um, do vote on the issues. Um, I don't like to generalize in here, but yeah, yeah, that's I don't know. I'm hearing some women say that they think the husband did it. Um, I don't know. I don't care who did it. They need to be held accountable. Um, if we have to put both of them in prison for it to account, then do it. I'm sure they were both involved in some point at some point. You know. I'm sorry, you cannot be a husband to a woman who is suffering from postpartum to that degree and not see it. I am definitely not saying that, okay? You want to get me in trouble. No. We don't need to slap anybody. We just need to try and persuade them, um, vigorously persuade them. You know, the Susan Smith case. Please elaborate. I don't know that I am familiar with the Susan Smith case. Let me look it up here quick. Susan Smith case. Oh, she was an actress? Maybe? Oof, she was born the day before me. She was convicted of murdering her two sons, 3-year-old Michael. Mm. I don't I don't understand how anybody can hurt an innocent kid. You're right, South Carolina. Um, that makes my heart hurt. It does. If you want to hurt yourself, and I don't even advocate for that because even that hurts the kid. You know, if you take your own life, that kid's scarred for the rest of their lives, knowing that you did that rather than be with them. Just don't. Okay? Don't hurt kids. Don't hurt yourself. It's not worth it. Find somebody to confide in. Find somebody that you can talk to and have that you trust. Well, you got a good memory then. Listen, you know, I'm not licensed. I'm not professional, but I'm good at what I do. I'm good at listening. I'm good at talking to people. I promise you that if you talk to me, whatever we talk about stays between us, unless you ask me to tell somebody else. Or with one stipulation, one important stipulation. And that is that if you tell me that you are going to harm yourself, you're getting a welfare check. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? So, I just. Yeah. I just don't understand it. I could never hurt my kid. Never. But then again, I could never hurt anybody that I supposedly loved either. That doesn't mean I wouldn't hurt their feelings if it needed to happen. Too much these days, we like your responsibility. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. There are a lot of people out there who cannot take responsibility for their own actions, or they just refuse to. Um, it's sad, because a lot of those people who can't take responsibility end up ruining relationships, especially close relationships, because people just get tired of dealing with their shit. They get tired of the same stuff happening over and over again. Well, hold on one second now. Okay. Oh no, I completely agree with you. You know, the Bible does say that we are allowed to protect our people and our family, and we are to defend our faith. Um, I do not hold back when it comes to proclaiming the truth of what the Bible says. Um, I've had somebody come to me before and they're like, I can't believe you told them that. And I'm like, why not? Is it not in the Bible? Is it not the truth? And they're like, yeah, but I'm like, well, then they're going to get told. So, but that was my neighbor letting me know that he can take my daughter to work today. So I have to call my mom and let her know that she doesn't have to come pick her up. So that'll make her happy. Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right. So we'll hang out for a couple, so about 9 o'clock Eastern time we'll hang out. And then I'm going to hop off here and go take care of some things. But Joshua, it was nice meeting you. Hopefully you'll subscribe and we'll see more of you. I do this every morning at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. So I might start doing it on TikTok. How's Caitlin? She's a butthead. She's a butthead. That's how Katie is. uh, no, she's sleeping. Her boyfriend was over last night and spent the night. So after I talked to you and told you I was going to bed last night, Jessica, I actually went to bed. Got back up at 2 o'clock, went out, did some stuff around the kitchen, went back and laid down, didn't go back to sleep. Then I made sure he was up, got him breakfast. Wait, what? Did you see that in Lizzie's Discord, Jessica? Oh, you're not in Lizzie's Discord. Hold on. Was that in Lizzie's Discord or was it on TikTok? Let's check TikTok first. You stayed up way too late. Well, for once I didn't stay up way too late. No, I don't see it on it. It has to be on the Discord. Okay, no prayer request. Oh, Crystal just posted that they have a wildfire just west of their town and that it's coming towards them. So they're asking for prayers for rain. So if you don't mind praying. I I have gotten into a little bit. I can't see it. Yeah, you need to join Discord. I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link. Even if you just join Lizzie's, you know, you gave up on TikTok. So I gave up on religion in TikTok because TikTok hates religion. Really does. Um, I use TikTok to reach out to veterans and veteran supporters to try and do better by them and raise awareness of things. So before we go, okay, let me play a song that I wrote. I have a bunch of veterans who are victims of the burn pits over in Iraq during the war on terror, right? So let me know what you think of this song here. Well, TikTok's not owned by the Chinese anymore.
He was 17 and lean when he signed his name in ink. Left the screen door in the heat, and a mother trying not to think. Boots got dust from overseas. Years went by in foreign smoke. He came home with quiet eyes and a cough that never broke. Now he wakes up choking.
It can be. It's my voice.
At the edge of every dawn, they said you're good to go. Then they cut the answer off. Burn pit blues, he's fighting for his breath. Burn pit blues, the VA dropped the net. He gave his years, now he's paying with his life. And his family sees him, but they don't see the fight. They say, why you so tired? Why you bend when you stand? They don't see the fever or the shaking in his hands. He's got forms on the table and a folder full of pain. Every line gets kicked back like it's just another name. Now he wakes up choking at the edge of every dawn. They said you're good to go. Then they cut the answer off.
I gotta work on that part, sorry. Well, thank you. To be honest with you, I'd rather go through all of the things that you go through rather than have instant gratification.
There's a future in the window if they'd only let him live. Not a man down in the shadows.
No, sir. I'm not a veteran. I will never take and try to claim that and take that from them. They earned that. This is based on me talking to many people who were over there that served at the burn pits. Many of whom are sick and um, probably will not be with us anymore, unfortunately.
And his family sees him, but they don't see the fight.
If you go back a couple months, you'll find a video of me interviewing Master Sergeant or Sergeant Major Gary Kreisel. Um, I have had many veterans hear that song and they came back to me and said that that's exactly how most of them feel. Um, and I'll be honest with you, that means more to me than anything. Um, I consider these guys family. I've become very close to them, and if it comes down to it, I will get in front of them and protect them from anything I have to, just like I would my family. So, um, I am very passionate about what I do. Uh, it's not easy by any means. You get close to a lot of people who end up passing way too soon, way earlier than they should. You miss Toby Keith? I miss the old Toby Keith. The last version of Toby Keith I just didn't click with, where he's doing all the stupid songs all the time. I wasn't too keen on that part. A couple of them hit. Not as good as I once was good. But then he started trying to make Trace Adkins do the same thing, and I just wasn't with it. But he was a good dude. I'm not taking that away from him. You know what I mean? He did do good by our veterans, and I'm very appreciative. Hey, more. I'm not knocking it. If you like it, you like it. It's not my thing. If you're gonna do that, I prefer the Weird Al type things. Oh well, I mean that was one of his earlier things. That was off of his debut album, wasn't it? How do you like me now? Now that I'm on my own, do you still think I'm crazy standing here alone? You couldn't make me alone. Oh, I couldn't make you love me then. Yeah, it was a good song. I've been known to dedicate that song to my ex-wife a time or two. I'll be honest. So, but music is a type of expression. Even if I don't like it, I'll support the artist if they're doing good work. Um, Trying to think what the last song he sang was. Let me look it up here quick. Don't let the old man in. Is that the one you're talking about? It was render. That's what they're saying. It was. I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever heard it. So I will listen to it though. Definitely. Well, we all struggle with our mortality, right? We all know it's coming. Um, we just don't know exactly when. Most of us, right? Um, and see, here's where I differ from a lot of people. I don't want a doctor to try and gauge when I'm going to pass away, right? If I am going, just tell me I'm dying. Just that's it. You don't have to tell me how long I have because that's not for you to decide. And I've seen people who have been told that they have all this time and they give up and die early because they got that news and they just, you know, didn't want to do it. Um, and I've seen people who were given 3 months who lived 7 years because they didn't give up and they kept fighting. So I really think doctors should just stop trying to tell people unless they ask. If you ask for it, then I guess that's different. But you know, the doctor doesn't know any better than we do. They can tell you from their experience but I just I would prefer not to know. You know what I mean? But I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. Your doctor is in heaven. Well, he is definitely he's a healer. But it's all up to his will, right? It's what he wants to do. If he wants to heal us, we can praise him for that. If he doesn't heal us, it's for a reason, and we praise him for a learning experience, right? Um, if you would have told me 10 years ago that I would be teaching people Bible lessons, and I would be on here advocating for veterans and mental health, I'd have told you were crazy, right? I mean it. I never thought that I would be doing this. Donald Duck impression. Uh huh. These trolls have gotten horrible. What's the question marks for? Oh, she took care of it already. Thank you, Jessica. Oh my. That made me laugh. Psalms 23. Yeah. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Yep. Definitely love Psalms 23. Um, one of the hardest things in life, right, is coming to terms with the rod and the staff that comfort me, right? None of us like to be disciplined. But if we're not disciplined, we don't learn. And then, you know, setting a plate for our enemies, right? Welcoming our enemies into our own homes and feeding them and taking care of them, washing their feet. That's a hard one to do too, isn't it? Right? Um, well, that's cool, bud. I'm glad. Um, but come on, trolls, if you're going to come in here, step up your game. Don't come in here and just be stupid about it. At least make it something good. Ask me to do a Donald Duck impersonation. Oh my. Anyways, I love you guys and gals. I appreciate you all. Joshua, I hope to see you again soon. Um, I will add you to our prayer list because you have an amazing story. Um, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Love you all. You too, Jessica. Yep, I did know that part. So, stay blessed, everyone. Be safe. If you need me, reach out. You can now message on YouTube. I don't know if you know that, but you can definitely message me if you need to talk. I check all of the platforms at least 2 or 3 times a day. So, but I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Central, 5 a.m. Mountain and Pacific. We will see you all tomorrow night. Oh no! Yesterday it was my betting because of cereal. Today you get to change your betting. Oh my. But tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is our Bible study. Joshua, if you want to check out that channel, it is um, Walking in Grace with Chris and Friends. Let me just double check that. I don't want to give you the wrong name. Visit channel, share, copy. Who's calling me? Give me 1 second here to get back in here. Do, do, do. Come on, load. Thank you. Oh, shoot. That's the wrong one. Ah, dang it. Delete. Delete. There we go. Now I'm in the right chat. There's the link, Joshua, if you want to go check it out. But love y'all. Have a great day. Be blessed. I'll see you soon.